Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. It has been a long time since I've uploaded something, and that's mainly because I had to put a pause because of my junior year, which was a stressful year. So, junior year is over. I'm done with that. So, I am back online for this summer, and I'm excited for all the content and ideas I have for you guys this summer. We're starting this summer off with North Carolina Hickery. I'm at the airport right now. It's 8:27 in the morning. We've been up since I've been up since 5, and now we're just waiting for to board the plane. We're on our way to North Carolina for a conference called Awaken at Authentic Church. Um, and we're really excited. I'm super excited for this weekend. But yeah, so I am out. I'm free for school for the next 3 months, and I just finished junior year, and that's how we're starting off summer. So I'm really excited for all the content and ideas I have for you guys this summer. I am back, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. But just spend the weekend with me. Come with me to North Carolina. We're just waiting right now to board the plane, but I'll see you guys when we land in North Carolina. Hi guys, I'm checking in from the hotel. We're in Hickory, North Carolina. Last time I checked in with you guys, or last time, well, when I started this vlog, we were still in Miami, ready to board the plane. The plane was honestly really nice. I kind of took 20-minute nap, and then I was just kind of scrolling on my phone as best of my abilities because there was no internet. But honestly, I felt the plane and the ride went by really smooth, really fast. I think it was only about a 2-3 hour flight, but the flight went really well. We landed safely, glory to God. And we landed in Charlotte. So after we got off the plane, got the car, we kind of just drove around the uptown part of Charlotte. My brother was like, it says they say downtown is called uptown, which I don't really understand. But when I say uptown, I mean downtown of Charlotte. But it was really nice. Charlotte is honestly really beautiful. We were able to see the Bank of America Stadium, then the other stadium next to it, and it was just really nice. And then we kind of just grabbed lunch. I had a burger, my dad and my brother had a wrap, and we kind of just we had to drive about an hour and a half from Charlotte to Hickory, which is where we are now for the conference. So that's where we are now. We got to the hotel, checked in, and we knocked out. I've been sleeping for about 2 hours, so I'm a little drowsy. I'm still a little sleepy. We're still kind of waking up. I feel like I'm the only one that's still kind of developing and kind of not sure if that's the right word, but I'm still kind of waking up. But the nap was honestly really amazing. I feel better than when I came in. But before I actually oh my lord, inevitably before I before I inevitably fell asleep, I started Fearless, which is book 3 in the Powerless trilogy. If you guys don't know, this is Lauren Roberts' newest release, and it's the final book in the series. I'm crying, I'm sobbing, I cannot. So I've kind of been back on fantasy because I was in a book slump for I think 5 months. I think I was in a really big book slump because if you guys see my last video, or I think the video before that, my last reading vlog, I was reading A Thousand Boy Kisses, and that book destroyed me. It genuinely destroyed me. I was in a book slump for months, and I couldn't pick up another book for a while. Because then after, I don't know why. Tell me where my thought process is. After reading A Thousand Boy Kisses, which is a really sad book, I decided to read Bear Town, which is a book that's literally just talking about the hockey players' issues and their issues in their life personally. Like, why would I do that to myself? But yeah, after trying to read Bear Town, which I didn't even finish, I've been in a slump for months. But I finally picked up a book which was Love and Olives. Then after Love and Olives, I picked up Dance of Thieves. Guys, if you guys want, and this is a recommendation, if you guys want a series that's similar to Powerless, gives the same banter, gives the same tension, gives the same politic vibe in a sense of kingdom and stuff like that, and fantasy, you guys need to pick up Dance of Thieves, which is a duology. It's a super fast series. I ate that up super quickly. But literally, while I was reading it, all it reminded me of was this world, which I'm obsessed with. So, Dance of Thieves was really nice. It was kind of similar. It was like same. I don't know. It's like same cover, different font, or like same font, different cover type. Because reading it, I just felt myself so in tuned with like back in like the Powerless world, and it was really nice. So I just finished Fall of Thieves, which is the second book in Dance of Thieves, like 2 days ago, and I picked up Fear this morning. So well, not this morning, this afternoon before I knocked out, but guys, I'm only on page 7, only on page 7, and this book already has me like, you know, because if you guys read the second book and you guys know how the second book ends, you guys know how the second book starts, and it's like it has you in a chokehold. Like I cannot. So I'm scared. I'm excited. The book is almost 600 pages. I checked. It's 588 pages. So she's a big one. She's a big book. But I'm really excited. I don't want the series to end. I don't want this world to end, but I'm super excited. So I'll probably read some quotes to you that I underlined it already that have me like Kai's point of view in this situation has my heart broken. But yes, so we're waiting to go to the conference. My dad's getting ready. My brother and I are ready. It's 6:28, so the conference starts at what time does the conference start? 7. So we have 30 minutes until the conference starts. So I'm really excited. I'm really expecting for what God has planned. And we're just really excited for this weekend. So next time I talk to you guys will probably be tomorrow morning, because knowing myself, normally after conferences, especially if they're at night, I come home, I go straight to sleep. So most likely we're gonna come back to the hotel, and you're not gonna see me at all. So probably check in with you guys tomorrow morning. But I'm super excited, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
That's awesome. That's why sometimes, and listen, let me preface this. I believe that God knows us. I believe that God puts impressions on people's hearts. I believe that God puts thoughts on people's minds. But I guess they already do, or would naturally do anyways. I get a little hesitant to believe that was an easy no on the shores of Galilee. Just stops on that you have walked a road following Jesus.
Hello. So it has been many hours since I last spoke to you guys. Last time I spoke to you guys, it was this morning. So we were on our way for day 2 of Awaken Conference, and it was honestly amazing. What they did was like a panel with the pastors. So the first panel, it was Pastor Bobby, Pastor Keenan, and then Pastor Charlie. And I'll probably like link their Instagrams down below so you can follow them or see their preachings, because they're really great pastors. Then the second panel was with, actually it's really funny, but the second panel was with again Pastor Bobby, and then Pastor Nate, and then another pastor called Nate. But it's actually funny because the other Nate was one of the characters from Vampire Diaries. He was like one of the brothers of like the bad guys, and then the other pastor was he's a known pastor, but he's mostly known for like those shows with like the obstacle courses. That's kind of like, what are those called? Ninja Warrior. So he's like a Ninja Warrior champion. But again, I'll probably link their Instagrams down below as well, so you can follow them, see their preachings, because they dropped bars in that panel. Like, genuinely, they dropped a lot of bars. So that was this morning, and then after that, since we had VIP passes, we had a meet and greet and a lunch. So we had lunch there. We were there for like until like 3:40. We didn't get to meet the pastors. My brother is in contact with Pastor Bobby, so we know them. So we know Pastor Bobby. He knows Pastor Bobby. He's close with Pastor Bobby. So that's kind of how we got tickets, and that's kind of how we got invited. So we haven't been able to say hi to the pastors yet, but hopefully tonight we will. And the conference has just been amazing. I definitely feel God has been pouring into everyone's hearts that are there. He's definitely been pouring into my heart. The things that they've been preaching about is insane. Like Pastor Charlie, he preached about yesterday. I think yesterday his preaching has been my favorite so far. I don't know if that's going to change because Pastor Bobby preaches tonight in the next session at 6, so like in 40 minutes. But Pastor Charlie last night, he preached about the woman with good theology. So if you guys don't know, he was preaching about the woman who has been bleeding for, like, internally bleeding for 12 years. But in that time when a person is sick, they are casted out from society. So technically, she wasn't allowed to go into the temple within those 12 years, because if she were to touch someone, they as well would be unclean. So she was outcasted socially, emotionally, financially. And then Jesus is walking past to go and heal a very important person's daughter. And she thinks to herself, if I could just touch, I don't even have to touch him. If I can just touch his clothes that are touching him, I will be healed. So she touches his garment, and then instantly she's healed. And then Jesus turns around and he says, "Who touched my cloak?" And then his disciples are like, "What do you mean who touched? You're literally in a crowd of people. Everybody's touching you." And he's like, "No. Who touched my cloak?" And then she's terrified. She's like, "Oh, like, I've been bleeding for 12 years. This has been happening to me. And I thought if I could just touch you, I would be clean. I could be healed." And instead of outcasting her, because if you think about it, just her touching him, if she touched anyone, they as well would be outcasted and be sent off as unclean as well. So her touching him at the beginning of Jesus's ministry, at his he's just starting off to be like famous of his powers and what he can do, and starting off his ministry. If she were to touch him, she would also be risking his reputation as well. But instead of saying that, he turns around and he says, "My daughter, go and be free of this disease." So he heals her physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So Pastor Charlie was definitely preaching about that story, and preaching about like how a lot of people, she had good theology. The reason, because she knew, in order for me to be healed, I need to go to Jesus. A lot of people think that Jesus is like very condemning. So they think they have to do good things before they can form a relationship with him. They think that they have to be clean before they have a relationship with him. And I love the analogy Pastor Charlie used, because the analogy he used was like when you go take a shower, you don't clean yourself first to take a shower. You take a shower to get clean. And it's the same thing with Jesus. If you need to be emotionally healed, if you just want to have a relationship with him, if you're going through something, you don't have to fix yourself before you go to Jesus. You go to Jesus to be healed emotionally, socially, physically, spiritually, whatever you need to be healed of. You go to Jesus first to be healed and to have a relationship with him. I just think, honestly, Pastor Charlie, that the woman with good theology has been my favorite preaching so far. I'm really excited because Pastor Bobby is one of my favorite pastors. I love the sermons that he posts on his Instagram, his church. Like, he's a great pastor. So I'm really excited for the preaching he has for us tonight. So we leave tomorrow morning back to Miami. So our flight's at 6 in the morning. So we have to be up really, really early tomorrow. And we go back home tomorrow morning. So we've kind of just been chilling at the hotel. After the meet and greet, we Let's go get some food. I have been literally going through a coffee withdrawal. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I'm literally yapping right now, but I need this yap session. I have gone almost 2 days without a proper cup of coffee. You can imagine what I have been going through. Like, the day we left, the morning we left yesterday, I had like this part of coffee because like I just had this amount of coffee. You guys, like, I always have a mug of coffee. I never have like, I can't just have this amount of coffee. I need a mug of coffee. And then this morning my brother gets me an espresso that's like this tall. I like, guys, I need coffee. So we went to Chick-fil-A. I wasn't really that hungry, so I didn't really eat that much. And then after Chick-fil-A, we went to Starbucks, which was honestly amazing. I needed that Starbucks. Like, I feel so much better after having that coffee, which is honestly really bad. It's a really bad habit. Cause like now I'm like so used to having coffee that when I don't have coffee I get headaches and migraines. Like, that's actually not okay. But hey, you can only be so healthy, you know? But yes, so we got back to the hotel and I've just been reading. I have been reading. Guys, this book is emotionally destroying me. So I'm really excited. So we're gonna get ready and we're gonna go to the last session of the conference. So I'll check in with you guys probably tomorrow morning when I'm back home or at the airport or before we leave. I don't know. I'll check in with you guys again tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
So here's what I feel in my heart as well. A lot of people don't know what the glory of God is. We know the phrase, we don't really know the definition. Did you know the glory of God actually represents the weight of God's presence? For there's a weight to holiness.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Wait,
guys.
let
How
me
you
let,
doing?
let me say hi first, man.
Okay, I'm fine.
Good morning. It is 5:10 in the morning. I think
5:15.
5:15 in the morning. We just went through check-in. We're on our way home to Florida. We still
Thank God.
are.
Thank God.
Our plane leaves at 6:40, so we're kind of just here waiting. We have an hour to kill.
Six.
What'd I say?
6:40. Man, still sleepy. We're still sleepy. Trying to wake up.
We got home. We got to the conference, like to the hotel after the conference at 10,
Yeah.
and we stayed talking till like almost 12.
Yeah.
So we woke up this morning at 3, so we had 3 hours of sleep.
Yep.
So I'm still feeling it. I'm still feeling the 3 hours. Most likely, I'm not sleeping on the plane because I can't sleep on a plane. Most I can do on a plane is close my eyes.
I can sleep. I can
He
sleep.
can sleep anywhere.
I can walk and sleep at the same time.
No, he can sleep anywhere, literally.
Yep.
But so we're just here at Starbucks getting some breakfast.
Wait, I haven't seen you guys in a long time. Where you been?
So we're just here getting coffee, getting some breakfast. I'm probably gonna get an iced shaken brown espresso, and then a bagel. It's usually my go-to when it comes to breakfast here at Starbucks. So we're just waiting. We're killing some time, and I'll see you guys when we land back in Miami.